Welcome back to the Lost Cause Ranch. Once again, Defender Day. Yes, that LS3 swap Defender, that LS3 right there. Today we're gonna start what is possibly my least favorite part of any of the builds, and that is bodywork. Gonna be monotonous. For me, not you. It's gonna be quick for you, monotonous for me. So right here we got the fenders or wings or whatever you wanna call them. We got a few other pieces as well. We're gonna start stripping the paint off these and get them down to aluminum. And we are going to utilize a burnishing tool for that. This guy's got like a wicked Scotch-Brite wheel on it. And we're just going to rip right through the paint down to the aluminum. This guy here is just an Amazon jobber. Eastwood makes one, Metabo makes one. But yeah, this guy was about 140 bucks. The wheels are 20 bucks a piece. Tested it out real quick on a couple spots to see what it does. And it gives a nice finish. So we're gonna take our little tent and get that guy set up outside because I'd rather make the mess outside than in here and get to stripping. So we took the checkered plate off. So we had a slight intermission there. It is now the next day. Tail on Sasha. She decided to tear the stitches off. So we had blood everywhere. That was a whole thing. She is now getting more of her tail cut off at the vet. But here is where we stand. We have most of the right side fender stripped down. Got a little bit to do back there yet. But you can start to see the nice finish that it leaves on the burnisher. This one must have been repaired at some point in time previously, as we have some pretty heavy grind marks there. That is not from us. Main reason using the burnisher versus getting these like sandblasted or something is they're aluminum, they're pretty thin. Depending on who is doing the sandblasting, you could pit these up and warp the thin flat aluminum panels real easy. So I figured I'd just put in a little more sweat equity. So there is the fender pretty much cleaned up. You can see quite a bit of difference from the other side. Recessed areas I'll probably go in with the spot blaster and touch those up. I don't want to grind the corners too hard and re-profile that. So we'll do that there and there. But you can see that pearl white failing underneath where the checker plate was. But yeah, so isn't that a nice finish on the aluminum? Look at how thick that filler is. It's like a 1/4 inch right there. That's wild. I wonder why it's cracking. In here with all the sand and whatnot. Not sure what my face looks like, but good thing I had a respirator. Tent keeps it fairly contained in this area, so that's nice. So you saw there we got the little sandblaster out and dusted the inside edges that the burnisher wouldn't reach. So inside the headlight there looks much better than that. So this guy is pretty much all cleaned up. So we have pretty much removed all the previous botch jobs of bodywork on there. And oh, we still gotta blast the rest of that. And then that one. And we have Sasha back with a stubby little tail. A little droopy, still waking up from surgery, aren't you, Sash? How's it feel? You miss your tail? But maybe we can't reach this one and chew the stitches out, can we? Yeah, I think this little burnisher from the old Amazon worked well. I like the finish it has. And we used a couple different wheels. That has no sandpaper, just Scotch-Brite. And then we also used this guy to do the heavy lifting that has 80 grit sandpaper in between the Scotch-Brite. So we got one of the side panels stripped down now. We just need to get the glass and everything out of the other one, along with the seals. We're gonna hang on to these, but we'll get some new ones without paint on them. So now we gotta just rinse and repeat on these side panels, the hood, and the rear tub. But I am not gonna bore you with that. That's just gonna be hours of doing the same thing you just saw. And this guy just showed up for Ted's red 88-inch 2A. How do you guys remember that? Video on that soon. We also have these guys, but these guys we're gonna drop off to someone else to get sandblasted. But first I'm going to cut out and repair this piece. This is where the washer reservoir sat and apparently leaked its way right on through. Other than that, these guys are in good shape. This one still has a little bit of the bulkhead left on it. We'll get that off. So now that we got it torn apart, we just have the old clipboard out, making a little bit of a checklist on some of the miscellaneous pieces that we need to order. We have to get new channels for the sill. Order like these little end cappings, we're gonna get those. So we have a shopping cart in the works, and we'll just make sure, being it's coming from the UK, that we get most everything that we need. We're gonna have to order more parts again, but we wanna get the bulk of it so we can get everything going on this guy. Exciting stuff. Mess of stuff. We're gonna get tank blasted, those blasted like I said, and once those get blasted and come back, we'll be able to start setting and mocking up the front end. And with the tub in place, the front end in place, the doors in place, we can kind of set all our gaps. Then we can start working on a little primer stuff and getting it ready to go to the painter on that. So yeah, this is gonna be kind of a process. We're gonna assemble, disassemble, assemble this thing quite a few times in the process. So, yay. Time-consuming aspect of ordering all the stuff is all the little odds and ends of hardware. We got to make a list for that. We're gonna have our little gaskets and hardware here. We got hardware here. We need to get lights, all the top hardware, all the door hardware. We got new hinges. We're doing some stainless ones. We need to get new vent panels, bunch of stuff. Bunch of stuff. I think we're gonna get a bulkhead delete kit as well. The bars, open this guy up. Should look spectacular. The tub is in pretty good shape minus this front panel and one support bar. The support bars are available, and then these we're gonna repair. We'll cut out all the bad stuff, make new stuff along with these pieces there. Not a big deal. Look at it. Not supposed to do that. It's supposed to be like that, not this. That, not this.